Hello and welcome to the first ever podcast or video. Is it video? I'm going to say it's a video for life at 24 frames per second or L24fps. With me is my guest, Vanessa Raymond.
Hi there.
And I'm your host, Garrett Smith. All right, our first topic of discussion is Disney.
Woohoo!
Now, okay, so last weekend we saw The Jungle Book.
Yeah, we did, and I thought it was great. What did you think?
I thought it was okay.
Just okay?
Well, what did you like about it?
The visuals. I mean, at first I was a little really giant animals, but I thought it was really cool. It was beautiful, and it's amazing how everything was just on stage, green screened. It's cool.
I noticed you didn't mention the story whatsoever. So, the thing about Jungle Book, I liked it. It was a 3 out of 5, solid 3 out of 5. Is that Disney right now cannot be stopped. Recently, I loved the new Cinderella last year. I absolutely loved it. I saw it twice opening weekend, which is rare for me to see for any movie, and even more rare for a Disney movie. However, Jungle Book represents a different path, a path of whatever we touch, you'll go see. And they've come a long way from John Carter. Do you remember John Carter?
No.
So John Carter was a movie that my friend Dylan and I quite love, actually. That's one of our favorite guilty pleasures. It was this $200 million blockbuster that just failed miserably. Didn't even make it made $65 million in America.
Oh my gosh.
And Jungle Book made $103 million opening weekend, and it's gonna make $60 million this weekend.
Oh my gosh.
And now the thing about it is, most of my friends have seen it and liked it. No one's mentioned story. No one's mentioned the story. But they all mention how much either they like the kid or hate the kid. I thought the kid was fantastic.
The kid was really fantastic.
I thought he was fantastic. Especially with him acting with no one besides Jon Favreau.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Am I right?
So, but the thing I bring up about Disney is that next year they have Beauty and the Beast coming out with Emma Watson.
So excited.
And the thing about Emma Watson, and I've always loved Emma Watson ever since Harry Potter 3.
Duh.
I think it was Harry Potter 3 I realized that
Since Harry Potter 1, dude.
Yeah, but she was annoying in the first 2. But the third one, she really showed how amazing of an actress she is. So, she's going to be singing. It's a musical. This one is true to the 90s version. And the great thing about 90s kids? We're all so nostalgic.
It's true.
So when you have a movie like Jurassic World, which made $218 million opening weekend, and that was and Jurassic Park is the 90s personified. Beauty and the Beast is our VHS. It is every boy and girl in the 90s loved Beauty and the Beast. And I'm telling you, next year when Beauty and the Beast comes out, I can see that making $160 million opening weekend.
Really?
160 plus. You got Emma Watson, who hasn't really had a big hit outside of Harry Potter, but people still love her, and she's she's phenomenal for women's rights too. So people respect her.
Yeah. And
she's playing Belle, but the most respectable Disney princess. But yeah, so Disney, I've come to the conclusion, is too big to fail. I think Zootopia proves that they can make an original property better. It's better than Frozen.
Zootopia?
It's better than Frozen.
People won't think that, though. Some of the kids were like, oh, there wasn't enough action in it, or blah, blah, blah.
But the critics loved it, and trust me, after seeing what critics did to Batman v Superman, which is a whole nother story. Critics have a lot more say than people give them credit for. And I don't, people say, oh, screw the critics. Listen to her own opinions. Okay, really? When people saw that 99% Rotten Tomatoes score for Zootopia, they freaked out and were like, we got to see this now. And when Jungle Book is it's 94? If parents didn't look at reviews, Norm of the North would have made $80 million.
Oh my gosh.
Disney Studios, or Disney Marvel Studios, the whole conglomerate, is going to have a record-breaking year. And it's becoming kind of scary to me. It's almost like a monopoly on the box office now.
Yeah, I kind of see that.
So yes, Disney's become too big to fail. That is my point. I said that probably 5 times. New subject. It's been 1 month since the opening of Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
That seems crazy to me.
Oh my! Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Ooh. Now, a month later, usually that's when you can tell if your judgments towards a film were kind of misguided. And so it's been a month since we saw Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, and on my Twitter page, on anything I have social media, you can see that I was truly hyped for this film.
Oh yeah,
truly hyped.
I think that's an understatement.
Okay, understand. I think all my friends just were tired of it, but that's besides the point. So a month later, how does the film sit with you?
With me, I think it's.
Now, state that you're not a comic book lover.
I'm not a comic book lover. I knew nothing really about... Well, I used to watch, like, the Justice League cartoons, but that's pretty much all I knew about it. But I love this movie. And I think it's crazy what the critics are saying. It's just... I don't see, like, what all the bashing is about.
What did you love about the movie?
I love that it was, like, kind of like a serious movie. It wasn't just about, like... oh, the fighting or whatever. It was like kind of what you were talking about the other day, like a comic book movie. Like, this is how it would, like, the sequence would go in a comic book. That's what I liked about it.
All right. I saw it a second time because I saw it the first time and I was so afraid I missed something. Like, I thought it was good the first time I saw it. It wasn't I knew it was never going to be as amazing as I wanted it to be. Mm-hmm. However, it was far more ambitious than I thought it was going to be, which kind of made up for that. So when I watched it a second time, everything to me felt like a comic book panel come to life.
That's what I'm saying.
Way better than Ang Lee's Hulk tried to be. But I'm telling you right now, if Zack Snyder's Batman v Superman was set up like a comic book page, not only would it be called the best Batman comic since, like, Hush, which is phenomenal. Like, I'm kind of mad right now that Christopher Nolan has not got his hands on, never made a Hush movie with all the stuff he had. And I'm 90% sure Ben Affleck's solo Batman movie won't have Hush, but that's besides the point. So a month later, the movie, I still think about it daily.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, I'm not even surprised.
Daily, I think about it and I defend it.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, I never thought I would have to defend this movie. Like, I'll be honest, like, when the movie was coming out, like, in the weeks coming up, I heard nothing but positive buzz from, like, people that had seen it. I mean, there's, like, Devin, I don't even know, the guy from Birth Movies Death that a lot of my friends hate, and he's been quite a troll lately. Like, he aches on these internet fights that is just ridiculous. I never go to them. I never, like, comment on them because I know it's just useless.
Oh, trolls.
And the director of Ant-Man, Peyton Reed, called him a child. And and I was applauding in front of my computer. However, though, I have had to defend this movie on a daily basis, and I'm tired of it. Because I don't love the movie whatsoever.
I did.
I know. I'm out. It's awesome that a non-comic book lover loved this film. And someone that understands the mythos, like you understand, like, Batman's character.
Yes.
And talk about... Okay, so when the movie came out, one of the biggest problems, I'm going to put this in quotation marks, fans had with the film was Batman killing people.
Okay, listen up. Batman didn't kill anyone. Everything that, like, happened was kind of indirect. So I don't think it counts. It was just like, oh, you got caught in the crossfire. You didn't actively kill people, so there you go.
What about the I believe you?
He did. Okay, see, he could have, like, shot him, but he shot the, like, gas thing or whatever it was. So technically, that he could have survived that.
He couldn't have, but KG Beast would have died no matter what. But I agree with her point. Like, when I first saw it, I'll be honest, I was just shocked. Like I was like, Batman, like, because Suicide Squad was coming out, and I was like, why Batman kills these people willy nilly, and she's like, no.
Yeah, yeah. You were so upset. You were like, Batman kills people, and I was just like, what?
I know Batman kills people in the comics. Like, I'm educated in that sense. However, I just didn't but I misunderstood. Like, I'll be honest, I misunderstood the way, people were dying in the film. Like, it was just so much to take in. So when I watched it a second time, I'm like, oh, it's war. Like, the whole, like, every time, like, someone, like, dies, it's war. For me, I have been defending this movie since day one. It's been announced.
Mm-hmm.
And that was September or August 2013. I've been defending Ben Affleck's casting,
Which was fantastic.
Which was like Ben Affleck.
Bravo.
Amen. But I've been defending this movie like crazy for the past 3 years, and even more so than I've never had to defend a film this much in my life, and I didn't even love the movie. I think it's a 7.5
out of 10.
Out of 10. I think the director's cut, it might go up to an 8.
Mm-hmm. Which I think they should totally release in theaters. It's like, I feel, don't you think so?
Yes, they should. But like, that's what I was saying though. Like, it's a film like this, the hatred it's getting, the backlash, it's just ridiculous. Like, one of my friends, who I respect him so much, like, I love him. He hated the movie, and he was saying like everything that he thought was wrong with the movie, and I felt like it was everything that was right about the movie. Like, people keep saying like Lex Luthor is more like the Riddler. I think that's like one of the biggest like misconceptions of the character. Not only is Jesse Eisenberg's performance freaking amazing, like really like just
still gives me chills.
It's on a whole nother, and it reinvents the character of Lex Luthor for a modern audience. Because if you watch any Superman film with Lex Luthor, which is like mostly all of them, Lex Luthor is a boring, ridiculous character. And yes, he's ridiculous in Batman v Superman, but he's never boring.
Yeah, he's never boring.
He's never boring, and he's cunning, and he's scary, and it's sad. Like, he's so sad. Like, there's a scene in there which I still quote to this day, where he talks about if a God can't be all good. And he's like, no angels came from the sky to save me from Daddy's fist. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, he abused his child. I'm like, at least they're throwing some like nice pathos with it. Mm-hmm. And I'm not a Man of Steel fan. Which, when people are like, you're not a Man of Steel fan, but you're a Batman v Superman, like, yeah, I can like a movie more than the other. I think Man of Steel is dull as heck. Like, it's visually beautiful, but I think David S. Goyer, who I think has some great ideas. Like, I think he gets too much hatred in Hollywood. He has some great ideas in Man of Steel script. I just think it's too dull. Mm-hmm. And I think it's kind of sad because and it's the trailers showed you a better film than we saw. Like, if you watch the trailer for Man of Steel, not only are you inspired, but you feel like you can do anything. And a majority actually of the Man of Steel fans feel like every time they watch Man of Steel, it's like the trailers. But people like me just don't have that connection to the movie. However, I don't think it's a bad Superman film. Mm-hmm. I think it's just not a film for me.
Oh, I got you.
But I would never call it a bad Superman film. Like, it's probably the closest and best on-screen representation of Superman after Batman v Superman, because the way Henry Cavill subtly plays Superman in Man of Steel is great. Mm-hmm. But back to what I was saying, a month later, though, I am still shocked at the conversation for Batman. Like, I'm still like, I thought within like the first like 2 weeks, the conversation would change. I thought it would turn into like, okay, it wasn't as bad as we thought.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
Like, I thought like in the third weekend, more people go see it and see like, okay, it wasn't that bad. And then it just turned into more hate and like, I had a conversation with somebody who yelled at me. Like, you yelled in my face. And, I can be defensive too. Like I'm defensive of this movie because I feel like it shows you what superhero films should be.
Yeah.
And I agree. And I love the Marvel formula. I'm on board. I got my tickets for like Civil War. I'm getting my tickets for Doctor Strange. Mm-hmm. But those are like McDonald's products now. Like where you're gonna get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's kind of true.
And I feel like for Suicide Squad, which I'm telling you right now, those last two trailers, although amazing, misleading. Like, the first trailer, that's the movie you're gonna get. With the really slow music and it's all creepy. That's the Suicide Squad movie you're going to get. You're not going to get, like, this really cool, poppy...
Ballroom Blitz.
Ballroom Blitz movie. And on that note, we're gonna end this video or podcast, yeah, podcast, as you will. And thank you so much for listening. We can't wait to share our love for movies with you all. Thank you so much for listening. Have a beautiful day.